So let's say you have a hurting tooth. Will you be going to a dentist or you'll be going to a hairdresser? Hmm? It's a no-brainer, right? You're like, well, of course I'm going to go to a dentist. I mean, the tooth is hurting. Hairdresser doesn't know how to fix teeth. That is true. But what if that hairdresser spent many years of being a dentist? Hmm? Now that is a very different answer, isn't it? I want to ask, is there something that you want to do right now that you're holding yourself back? I don't know, maybe even being the same dentist or cutting other people's hair. Maybe you want to start a diet. Maybe you want to start writing and publishing a book. Something that has to do with expression and then you think it's helping you to be happy. But more than that, you already went through something and you have this life story and maybe you learn how to do a diet. Maybe now you're great in running, but you have this huge desire to help other people to do the same, but you're holding yourself back because, well, you're supposed to be perfect. When I wrote my first book, Crush Stress While You Work, about stress management, that is, I was holding some back from publishing because I thought I have not been stress management coach for too long. And I felt like I have to do it for 20, 30 years in order to write books. Because I think many of us think, and let me know in the comments, that someone who publishes a book is an authority in the field, but also should have extensive knowledge and 10,000 hours and more in the field in order to be seen as someone that they know what they're talking about. And I was holding some back. But then, of course, my passion for helping other people, I was like, I'm just going to go with that. And so many times I will hear other people come to me and they say that they love my book because it's not just meat and potatoes kind of thing where it explains what stress is about, but it goes right into what to do, tips and tricks, how to manage stress. Why am I even talking about this? I remember there was, I think it was Les Brown video where he said that the cemetery is the richest place on earth because there's so many people that lay there with the buried dreams or something like that. Do you know that? Have you heard of that one before? And it really got me thinking that time is passing by and we're not getting younger. And those shoulda, coulda, woulda, we should not be going through them. We should be going for something that we really want to do. So let's say you slimmed up. Let's say you're inspired to do something. You could be an artist, could be anything else that has to do with you expressing yourself, but you're holding yourself back. I can explain to you why. Because you see, in our society, we grew up already from early age where we've been told that we're not good enough. Well, naturally, the child is being born is not going to start running immediately. And definitely a toddler cannot do a surgery. But the sad part is that when we've been taught that, oh, you need to crawl first and then you can run, many times we've been taught that it has to take a long time. And the authorities in our lives, the parents, the teachers, everybody else who are taller and older than us, whatever they say, that's what we're going to listen to. So if in our society it says that it's going to take years and years to achieve something, what it used to be, then we're going to hold ourselves back. But as you know now, times changed. And somebody who is an expert in something, it doesn't have to be 20, 30 years knowing something. More than that, there are people who call themselves experts, but they don't really do that much every single day that has to do about that subject that they write or they speak or they teach or they coach or they charge for these services. So I don't think that we can judge other people by how long they've been in the field, how long they've been doing this, if they actually were not really doing that. You know what I mean? Many times I also see this that has to do with age. Somehow we assume that somebody who's older knows more about the subject than the younger one. That's also could be not true. It really depends how interested that person is in the subject and how much of time and energy and dedication they actually have for that, what they want to learn and express themselves. So if you're holding yourself back because you think, well, I don't think I'm good enough. Yes, maybe you're not good enough with everything. But let's just remember that there is no such thing as perfection. Perfection doesn't exist in nature. There's no way that we can know everything that's under the sun. No, we should. The beauty is that we bring the value from our perspective, from our experience, because I believe this is all consciousness expressing itself from a different point of view. So if there is no perfection, that means each of us, from our point of view, is already perfect, because we cannot be compared. So wherever you are on your journey right now of expressing something or wanting to bring into the world, don't hold yourself back just because you think that you need to know something for many, many years. What really changed in today's world is technology. Knowledge is at our fingertips. I mean, AI just broke any barriers. You can get your blood test right now and you punch the numbers and AI will tell you what are the issues. So how is it you need a doctor these days? Sure, of course, you just still need that. But things will change very fast. It's not Middle Ages that only the priest and the doctor can read a book. Those times changed. So what is that we bring new into the world that is even worth sharing with other people? Inspiration. You know, when I started coaching, I was holding myself back from, the same thing, like, well, I need to be putting more hours, having more clients. But how is it you can start coaching if you never had clients, right? It's like a circle. And I was holding myself back and I thought, well, I just don't know enough. What if I look like a fraud? And of course, I did very long and hard journey how I became healthier person and I learned a lot of things. And all I had to bring to the table, it was just my own experience. But I was holding myself back from, finding coaching clients. And I remember I was in this one networking event, and there was this lady. She said, "Your services, it's like coming to a potluck. If you will not bring your dish, somebody will go hungry." And I was like, wow, yes, everything has a purpose. And what you bring is a very different point of view from what I will bring. And you know what I think about right now? I wrote books because I wanted to express myself and I wanted to help others. But like any book, let's say you buy a cookbook because you want to have a dinner. Just because you bought a cookbook, it doesn't mean that the food will appear on the table. You still will need to cook it, right? But that cookbook needs to look so amazing that will inspire me to cook. So do you have a cookbook? Maybe you actually do have the actual cookbook in your mind that you want to publish and you want to share with the world. So many times that we hold ourselves back because we think that it has to be perfect. No, it is not. There is no perfection. And also, here's the key. You are not the one who will make a change in other person. We can give them knowledge, but AI also can give knowledge. With our own experience, From our unique point of view, we can inspire other people to follow their dream. I believe the change happens only two ways. Or you're so in pain that you cannot do the same thing what you've been doing. Or you're so inspired by someone else that you're finally going to make that step and move along. So if you're holding yourself back right now, maybe you have some services that you want to help other people be better, or even the same cookbook, the same cooking food, and you may be thinking to yourself, I don't think I'm going to do this because I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect. I still need to have all those many years to put under my belt so then I can claim myself and charge for my services and all this. No, you don't. Ultimately, the person that will see what you do, that will buy anything from you, anyone that will look at what you do, they will be doing the work. So let's say the same cookbook. Let's say you want to publish a cookbook or have a video series on YouTube or something. You don't have to know perfectly how to peel an apple, because you will not be the one who will peeling that apple for that person who's watching. They will. And as you know, many people peel the apples very different way. The most important part is that you will inspire them to do that. So if you're holding yourself back, please don't. Make sure you bring your dish to the potluck, because somebody else will be going hungry. And if you hold yourself back every single day, you're adding more days to the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Because I can guarantee you that. And just think about it. Do you have anything in your life that you, let's say, wanted to do 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and you thought to yourself, I should have done it? Because remember, if you're not going to try something, if you're not going to ask, if you are not going to have initiative, default answer is no. So if you're not going to try something, how will you know that you're going to fail? And more than this, when you allow yourself to do something, to shine your light, be happy, even try, you're inspiring other people to do the same. So yes, when you showing other people how to cook and inspire other people to cook for themselves, you also will inspire others to cook for others. See what I mean? So leave me a comment below and tell me, what is that you love to do that now you're ready for it?